Major events are scheduled to take place today at 1 p.m. ET. The SEC's crypto task group will go further into the topic of tokenization, which is currently trending. Notable firms such as Fidelity and BlackRock will be represented on the panel, NASDAQ, and a handful of other financial institutions. First things first, the SEC. The ever-growing phenomenon of asset tokenization will be the subject of Chair Paul Atkins' keynote address. It's a thrilling moment, and we're all anticipating the meeting's outcomes with great interest. The trouble is, the public rarely has access to live streams of these kind of meetings. It has been that way. We have our doubts that this time around it will be any different. The fact that major organizations are convening to discuss tokenization is significant regardless of whether a press release or summary is released later today or tomorrow. The likes of BlackRock, Fidelity, and NASDAQ are clearly not in this for the weekend. Their recent actions demonstrate a strong commitment to digital assets. It would not surprise me if they begin to file for further ETFs. If previous events are any indication, it is quite similar to the start of the Bitcoin and Ethereum crises. As a result, XRP and other cryptocurrencies may soon be included in this trend, and index funds may even be established to follow them. Hello and thank you for returning to the CoinGraph Market channel if you are an XRP holder. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey with us. We truly value your support. Let's begin the week by discussing the markets. The cryptocurrency market is regaining its momentum after a slight decline on Sunday, so Monday morning is looking promising. A minor decline in Bitcoin's value prompted a retracement by several altcoins. Nothing major happened. There is some good news despite the fact that smaller coins are typically under pressure when Bitcoin's dominance increases, which is an intriguing development. You may observe that the trend is beginning to rise again if you examine the 1-hour chart. The tide is turning. You can see that XRP is currently worth $2 if you zoom in on it. 40, an increase of 0.5% in USD, but a decrease of 0.3% relative to Bitcoin. The market capitalization of XRP has been fluctuating a lot in relation to daily trading, and it has reached an amazing $130.3 billion at the $2.40 milestone, $4 billion throughout the past day. There are some quite large figures there. Let me preface this by saying that you shouldn't use anything you see on this channel as a substitute for professional financial advice. Before investing in anything, make sure you understand it thoroughly by doing your own study. Cryptocurrency is both thrilling and dangerous. I have an idea for you. Very recently you were able to, for $1 today, you can acquire. In today's market, that same $1 would buy a fraction of an XRP. The value has skyrocketed, increasing by a factor of 10 or more. We may be in for another period of rapid expansion if events unfold as anticipated, particularly in light of the role that exchange-traded funds ETFs play. From where it is now, XRP may go 100 times higher. The possibility exists, but it is not guaranteed and will not occur immediately. Still, it won't be easy to get there. However, significant gains are seldom achieved effortlessly. It will take time for XRP prices to reach double digits. Nevertheless, the type of dramatic price shift we anticipate may be just around the corner. The warning signals could go unnoticed by those not paying close attention, but when large financial institutions do, the approval of the ETF and the subsequent influx of capital might cause things to move more quickly than expected. One aspect that is frequently disregarded is the increasing integration of XRP into financial systems. The native token XRP plays an increasingly vital role in maintaining liquidity in various infrastructures as the XRP ledger is integrated into more and more of them. Demand will inevitably increase as the system's user base grows. This is due to the fact that practicality is paramount. You should anticipate a stampede of major financial institutions to rush into ETF filings once they are formally authorized. Big institutions, not casual investors, are eyeing XRP and other digital assets for the long haul. From real-world instances to use case studies, XRP is undeniably changing our perspective on money. One aspect that is often overlooked is the importance of regulatory clarity. The more transparent the regulations surrounding XRP and other digital let a deluge of activity and focus in. Chad makes a really valid argument, and I appreciate him bringing it up. Leave a comment with your own ideas. I'm interested in hearing from the community. Presenting an incredibly large and dark object, despite only requiring around 3,150 bitcoins to mine each day. The Roxy S-Shares Bitcoin Trust IBIT purchased 10,570 BTC this week. Just give that some time to settle. This is something we've been mentioning on the channel for weeks. The demand for Bitcoin is outpacing its supply. There is a strong narrative conveyed by the fact that demand is far exceeding supply. Be aware that the mining rewards will be reduced once again, limiting the quantity of new Bitcoin accessible at the next Bitcoin hash, which is approaching soon. It will become much more difficult to mine and valuable to possess once it enters circulation. Investment giants like BlackRock in it for the quick buck. They're setting themselves up for the long haul, which can be years away. Although many smaller investors fail to see this, the major players do. The most important thing to discuss now is what could make headlines the following day. After 2 days of intensive bargaining, according to reports, a substantial trade deal has been achieved in Geneva between the US and China. More information is anticipated tomorrow, and President Trump has previously publicly confirmed the arrangement. Politically and economically, this is huge news. If the improved market conditions brought about by this trade breakthrough contribute to Bitcoin's achieved new all-time highs, altcoins often retrace the steps taken by Bitcoin during price increases. Another big bull run might be about to begin. Once again, not many people are paying attention, but if past events are any indication, this news could trigger a crypto explosion. Even while